Cheryl Hines, the 60-year-old Emmy-nominated actress revered for her comedic timing in Curb Your Enthusiasm, has emerged as a figure of quiet fortitude amid the swirling vortex of her husband Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s recent personal scandal. In a revealing excerpt from an upcoming podcast appearance, Hines addressed the allegations of an illicit sexting exchange between RFK Jr. and journalist Olivia Nuzzi, framing her response with a blend of skepticism, humor, and unwavering loyalty. Her words, delivered with the dry wit that has defined her career, offer a glimpse into the private armor forged in the fires of public chaos. Hines began by invoking a timeless journalistic adage, "I think you always have to consider the source, right?" This pointed opener subtly cast doubt on Nuzzi's credibility without descending into outright vitriol, a masterful sidestep characteristic of Hines' nuanced style. The New York Magazine reporter, 32 years Nuzzi's junior to RFK Jr., had alleged in a bombshell piece that their interactions had veered into personal territory during 2024, a claim that escalated into reports of explicit digital dalliances. For Hines and RFK Jr., married since 2014, this revelation landed amid an already tumultuous period marked by political maneuvering and relentless media scrutiny. The couple's year-and-a-half odyssey through headlines and rumors and articles and chaos, as Hines described it, had already tested their resilience. RFK Jr., now serving as Secretary of Health, vehemently denied the affair through a spokesperson, stating he had met Nuzzi only once for a requested interview that resulted in what he termed a hit piece. Hines echoed this dismissal in her podcast clip, labeling the episode as yet another layer of chaos and rumors. Yet, she conceded the emotional weight, it was a lot. This admission humanized the ordeal, peeling back the layers of a high-profile union to reveal the raw undercurrents of betrayal's shadow. Delving deeper, Hines pondered Nuzzi's intentions with calculated restraint. "I don't know this person. Don't know their intentions. I could guess but I won't. But you can if you want." This coy invitation to speculation served dual purposes, deflecting direct confrontation while inviting listeners to question the narrative's origins. It was a subtle swipe, laced with the ironic detachment that made her Larry David foil so memorable. For Hines, resolution lay not in public dissection but in intimate dialogue. "That's where I start." And then it ends with a conversation with Bobby. This emphasis on spousal trust as the ultimate arbiter underscores a partnership built on transparency and mutual reliance. Hines' candor marks a departure from her earlier reticence. In a prior exchange with a major financial publication, she had demurred on the topic, asserting, "I don't think there's any point to going through every rumor and headline to try to defend or explain it." That measured approach preserved her peace, but the podcast afforded a platform for more unfiltered insight. "Bobby and I talk about everything, so that's how we move through everything," she affirmed. "And we're really good friends and we trust each other." Her quip that one would deduce that we love each other and are still married and whatever we've been through is behind us, landed with punchy finality, reaffirming their bond's endurance. Philosophically, Hines framed her strategy as vibrational stewardship. Responding to speculation drags her into low vibrations, and the trick is to try to stay in the high vibrations. This metaphysical lens, infused with New Age optimism, reflects Hines' holistic worldview, one that prioritizes emotional elevation over entanglements. It's a mindset honed through decades in comedy's trenches, where absurdity meets adversity and levity becomes lifeline. The scandal's genesis traces to Nuzzi's confessional essay, which detailed flirtatious overtones in her reporting on RFK Jr.'s unconventional presidential bid. What began as professional curiosity allegedly morphed into something more charged, culminating in leaked exchanges that ignited tabloid frenzy. For Hines, a seasoned observer of Hollywood's rumor mill, this was familiar terrain, but its intersection with politics amplified the stakes. RFK Jr.'s role in health policy, already polarizing, now carried personal reverberations, testing Hines' public facade. Yet, Hines' response transcends defense, it's a reclamation of agency. By centering trust and conversation, she models relational alchemy, transmuting scandal into solidarity. Her marriage to RFK Jr., a union of comedic grace and political firebrand, has long navigated contrasts, her grounded humor against his fervent activism. Through environmental causes to vaccine debates, they've coexisted in complementary chaos, much like Hines' Curb improvisations. Nuzzi, a rising star in political journalism known for provocative profiles, became an unwitting antagonist in this drama. Her piece, lauded for candor yet criticized for ethical lapses, spotlighted the perils of blurred lines in reporting. Hines, consider the source Barb, while veiled, echoes broader critiques of media sensationalism, where personal vendettas masquerade as public interest. As Secretary of Health, RFK Jr. faces heightened scrutiny, but Hines' solidarity signals unshakable partnership. Their shared history, wedding vows exchanged amid his divorce from prior wife Mary Richardson Kennedy, has weathered storms before. Hines' stepmother role to his 6 children further cements familial fortitude. In Hollywood's echo chamber, Hines' poise stands out. From Curb's 24-season run to indie gems like Waitress, her career thrives on authenticity. This scandal, rather than diminishing, amplifies her resilience. A woman who laughs through the low vibes, trusts through the trials. Ultimately, Hines' narrative is one of quiet triumph. Source skepticism, spousal sanctuary, vibrational victory. As podcast waves crest, her words linger, a reminder that in scandal's glare, grace endures and love, once affirmed, prevails.